I have so much to say, and I don't even know where to begin. I just know that if I could have something like this from my family, my grandparents, the women who came before me, I could really use their wisdom and advice. That if I were to find videos of my grandmother's, what a treasure that would be. So that's the main purpose for doing this series of videos, is for my children and my grandchildren, and perhaps even great grandchildren, something to know who I am and what I believe and what I've learned. Turning 60 was a turning point for me. All other birthdays, 40, 50, 60 is different. And I've come to really understand that I have fewer days ahead of me than I have behind. And there's really, after you turn 60, there really isn't any more starting over. New career path, because you don't have that much time left. That it is the third chapter of my life. First chapter being childhood and youth. Second chapter, adult. And third chapter, retirement and old age. So I do have an opportunity to write, WRITE, write the direction of my third act. I said the third act's always supposed to be the best. So I guess I'll just start with who I am. And this is where my faith traditions are very strong for me. That I know who I am, where I came from, and where I'm going. I know that my spirit lived before it entered this body. That this body was created so that I can learn things that can only be learned with a body. The pre-existence, when I was just an intelligence that with my family, my spirit family, which is everybody on this earth who has ever lived and who will ever live, is all of our family. We're brothers and sisters. We're spirit brothers and sisters of a loving Heavenly Father. And we all knew each other. some relationships were closer in the pre-existence than others, just like families. We were closer to some than we are to others. And that before we came here, we were growing in knowledge, in stature, spiritually. Our spirits were born, and that we learned, just like little babies on the earth learn to walk and then run. We learned just a little bit, little by little, little by little, until we became spiritually mature enough where we really couldn't learn anything else. There wasn't a whole lot more to learn, because everything else you needed to have a physical body to learn. Pleasure and pain, sickness, health, triumphs and challenges, all that, you needed to have a physical body for this. We also needed to have our memories of our life prior to be hidden from us. Because before we were born, we walked in truth and light. We could see the truth. We were there. I could see it. But we knew that we needed to learn how to walk by faith. Now we need to do it without being able to see. We need to learn how to make good choices. We need to learn how to be selfless, to care for others, to be accepting and loving and kind. All these things we knew we needed to learn. And we wouldn't be able to learn it unless we got a body and had our memories temporarily hidden from us. So here I am on the earth now. And I finally come to realize recently, in the last couple of years, that it really is no more complicated than that. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn how to love unconditionally and to forgive and to serve others. Because these are the things that I'm here to learn. And to do as much as I can before I leave this earth. Because that's all that you really can take with you, is your knowledge. That's all you're going to take with you to the other side, is the things that you learned in this life. I have learned that serving others gives great joy and happiness. Helping others, I've become like a junkie for service. I want to help people because it really does make me happy doing that. I also have learned that it's better to forgive, even if the person or people or entity doesn't feel worthy of forgiveness. Done nothing wrong. It's better. And it's better to accept everyone. Everyone. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Right, radar. Radar saying it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter if people look different or live different lifestyles or make choices that you wouldn't make. It doesn't matter. Just love them anyway. And I was just thinking about this recently, that if someone I loved made a choice, a heinous, heinous choice that hurt others, and it wouldn't matter, my love for them would not change. I would disagree with the choices, right? And if it requires that the authorities get involved, and this loved one should be held to account, everything like that, but it wouldn't change the fact that I love them. Now, we're living in a time when this is becoming more and more difficult, more and more complicated. There are people in my life who I love so much. They've made choices that I would not make. But that doesn't matter. In the political climate that we have right now, I have some family members who consume media that I would not choose to consume and live in a bubble where they only hear certain things. They don't hear all of everything. And I have to, in my heart of hearts, because I know these people, my cousins, plural, I know them. I love them. These are not bad people. They're not bad people. And I have to, in my own mind, to justify, I have to think that they are completely unaware of the bad stuff. Because if they did know the bad stuff, they wouldn't. They just. I have to. I have to believe that. I don't know what's going to be going on in your day. But believe me when I say that I will do everything within my realm of influence to leave the world better than when I entered it. I see the types of things that my generation are doing to the planet and to society. And not even taking into consideration how that's going to affect the planet and society after we are long gone. And you are left to pick up the pieces and clean up our mess. You are stronger than me. Heavenly Father knows what we need. And we come to the earth in the time and the place that would benefit us the most, where we would be able to grow and learn and meet our full potential. Future generations, futures from mine, are stronger, smarter, far, far more spiritually mature than my generation. And I am sorry that my generation has done this, whatever it is. With that being said, know that I have absolute confidence in you and your ability to meet the challenges of your time. You will overcome, as long as you remember the reason why you're here is to learn how to love, how to be kind, how to be selfless. You'll be fine. I love you.